Morning, welcome back. Start of a new week, and yeah, just still Meals on Wheels. I've done the ones at home. Quite foggy this morning, but the sunny's trying to make its way through. Yeah, so we're still feeding every day. We're just on straight wheat here at the moment. But yeah, Sheba is still in good nick, and the lambs are doing well. So we'll, yeah, hopefully shortly we might get a bit of clover and that's starting to come. But yeah, feed's pretty steady. So both guys are away. I'm here with Pat Malone. Yeah, so didn't do much over the weekend. Just yeah, a few jobs around the house and that yesterday and fed sheep, and that was about the day. So gonna get into spreading today. I got everything organised on Thursday, Friday. So I got the tractor out here and the truck and auger and that. So yeah, so talking rain tomorrow, so it'll be a pretty big day today. Probably should have worked yesterday, but just was good to have a day off, to be honest. So yeah, so anyway, we'll get these critters fed, and then we'll yeah, get the spreader going. After a bit of stuffing around, we're going. I don't know whether the camera mightn't show it up, but yeah, just depends which way the light is. You can see the urea coming out. So the spreader for you new guys, we run an Amazon linkage spreader. It holds about 3 tonne of urea or nitrogen, which I've been asked before what we throw out. So yeah, we're essentially putting nitrogen out at the moment. Putting 150 kilos to the hectare, which is a reasonably high rate. Usually our first pass we might only do half that or around that 100 kilos. But given we're a bit behind with where the crop stage is at, and talking, I mentioned on the last one, just talking to Agro, he just reckoned, yeah, go a bit heavier. They are talking, I think as I said, rain tomorrow, but potentially it could start and rain a lot, so we're better off sort of getting a bit more up front than trying to chase it afterwards. But yeah, just got a monitor here, and the spreader's got scales on it, so it's just counting down as we're going. Got those little triangles here that they just give an indication of the shutters on each side of the bin, so we can turn one side off. You know, if we're running into like in this block where we're running into a point, into a corner, it's got an angle, it's not a square block. For whatever reason, I haven't, the ground speed's not working. We pull a ground speed out of the GPS, and yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on, but what I've sort of done is I've just chucked a simulated speed in the screen, so that's just allowed me to have public holiday today. But I have sent Jeremy Diggins Ag a text message. I was talking to him last week about it, and he just said no doubt the phone will be ringing, even with it being a public holiday. Bear with me, I'll stick you there for a minute. Yeah, so he might call out and tell us what we're doing wrong or why it won't work, whether it's just a setting in the screen or something. Yeah, I'm not too sure why it actually, yeah, one of those ones when it was working last time we used it, but it's not now. But thinking about it, I don't know whether it was actually working when we spread the corn back at summer crop time. So another thing, and it's not an issue, but this tractor, you can't, it won't let you engage the GPS over about, I think it's, I don't know what it is, 14 kilometres an hour or something like that. So it's a bit of a pain in the bum. You've got to slow right down and then speed up again. So anyway, that is what it is. But yeah, look, after a foggy start, it's cracking day. So yeah, got the drone here with me, so we might even chuck him up and get a bit of a bird's eye view. Yeah, as the day progresses. But now that we've sort of got it all sorted, another thing I had an issue with, wasn't an issue, it was just bloody phone service. The phone service is shit house, terrible at the moment. Of course, internet service. What we did when we were back spreading the corn, we were at 300 kilos to the hectare, so we actually brought the width into 27 metres. There's the vanes on the discs on the spreaders are movable, so the wider you spread, and if you're varying your width and that sort of stuff. But I couldn't actually remember where the vanes were set for the 36 metres. So I know last year we actually went away it was last year or the year before. Anyway, we'd been spreading. We did some spreading for someone, that's right, contract spreading, and we were only on 27 metres. And then I went away and Brendan got spreading. It wasn't his fault at all, it was probably mine. I forgot all about it. Yeah, he went spreading and he spread everything while we were away on holidays, and the spreader was set at 27 metres, but the GPS he was spreading at 36, so obviously there was a little bit of overlap, but yeah, probably not ideal, but it didn't actually show up in yield maps or anything like that at harvest time, so we probably dodged a bit of a bullet there, so, but yeah, just shows you can't bugger eyes around with them too much, so. Anyway, the crop's got a long way to go. We've got canola there in front of us, and it's bloody miles behind. But anyway, compared to the summer stuff, the stuff at home was sowed real early, or the stuff under the irrigator, it's yeah, it's gonna be a long time before it's make a crop, I can tell you. I've got enough phone service, which is good. I've got the Pink Desert races on this weekend, so yeah, got it through the speakers of the commentary through the radio, and yeah, I was going to pitch one of the kids' iPads, but this is doing the job. So yeah, boys and girls are just heading back. Just starting to head back to Alice Springs now.
Never actually been lucky enough to watch them
but hopefully next year we're out there.
Watching them go is something real special. This thunder they go through, the tracks they leave, the dirt, the smell. Oh, it's absolutely amazing, Jeremy.
And the canola, this is the stuff I was talking about earlier. It's just that, turn that off for a minute. Yeah, it's just that, there's plenty of numbers, plants and that there. It's just a bit behind some of the other stuff. So, anyway, we'll give it a good feed now and it'll catch up, hopefully. As long as it keeps raining, we'll be right. So I got the first load out. I had a bit of dramas just with that stuff that I got out of the field bin the other day that had been in there since last year. It's probably really been in there 6 months. Well, it has been in longer than that. Just with the field bin leak, roof leaking and that, it had a bit of wet stuff that had gone hard, and then in the bottom of the spreader there's some mesh grates, and the hard lumps had actually blocked the mesh grates, so it took me a bit. I had to get in 3 or 4 times, pull up and get in and throw rocks out and smash them up, and yeah, to get them to go to empty out properly. So, and actually the last paddock actually ran over a fair bit of it again because the rate wasn't right. So anyway, so we got there in the end. So I got this load out, and yeah, we'll go and get a load of fresh stuff. It'll yeah, it won't have any of those rocks that in there. It's only been the silos sort of 10 days or 2 weeks or something. So and that's all those seals. So yeah, we'll fly back there and load again, grab a coffee, and we'll keep rocking. We've got about, what do we got? I can't even that up 130, about 180 hectares that I'd like to get done tonight again. We've done about 200, so it's going to be late night. But, sort of 10:30 before I got going, and it's 4 o'clock now, so it's not too bad. Like that's only 5.5 hours, so yeah, we're going alright. So we might like 10:30 tonight or something. Depends how long it'll take us now to go home and load and go back again. So 10:30, 11 o'clock tonight, we should have everything out the back here done. The new block it's only just coming up, so it's not a concern. And the only other block would be our dairy block. There's 110 hectares there that would be good to do, but we'll just see whether we do it after the rain. I do want to look at, depending on how much rain we get, look at putting some sheep on there. We've said, and ideally, it's probably not the best idea to be spreading nitrogen on it and then putting stock on it. But anyway, we'll cross that one. We won't get there tonight anyway, so just suck it and see what the weather does. Running pretty short days at the moment. It's only a bit after 6 and she's pitch dark. Where you can see that, I've just spun the lights around, and just so we can keep it on that it's throwing. You might be able to make that out. I can sort of see it on the camera screen. So yeah, when we're putting out high rates like we are, yeah, it shows up. Window's a bit dirty, but that one didn't get it clean. But yeah, you sort of. It shows up pretty well, so it's a bit like earlier on. I could tell it wasn't throwing it out with the hard stuff covering the grate in the bottom. So, but this fresh stuff hasn't got any rocks or any bits that are stuck together in it. So it should jug it out all right, hopefully. Still going. We're getting to the pointy end of it. Just here, this was the last. This is the last block of wheat we sowed out before we sowed the new place, and you can just see it's pretty patchy. I think the crop's there. I'll have a bit better look in the daylight, but just on the soil type, the heavier grey soil type. This was a block that we've got for sale, so we sort of were waiting for the expressions of interest to finish before we pulled the trigger and planted it. So the canola and barley are really good. It's just this wheat on this bit of heavy country. Yeah, probably should have just went in. Probably should have been one of the first paddocks of wheat we sowed. But on the lighter country, as you get up the hill on the sand, it's all right. But yeah, down the bottom here, it's still a bit tough. So yeah, we'll just have to see how it plays out. So if we can get another 10 mil or something on it, in the next couple of days, it'll help. But yeah, it's got a bit of catch up to be playing to do. So I've backed the urea rate back in here. I'm back to 100 kilos. Yeah, rather than that 150. So yeah, I think when we did the yield estimates the other day for the crop insurance, I think I just had it at sort of 3.5 tons. So look, if we can end up somewhere near that, it'll be really good. So anyway, it is what it is. They can't all be 6 inches high. Well, none of them are 6 inches high, but yeah, they can't all be. You wish that they're all good, but sometimes it just doesn't happen that way. Oh, back at home base. Thought the Chops is complaining in the background. He brought the tractor home, so just on 400 hectares or 1,000 acres for the day. It's, I don't know what it is, about 11 o'clock, something like that. So it's not bad going, given I had to come home and load the truck again. So not too sure what the weather's doing here. The wind is round in the southeast, which the old blokes will say it's going to rain, so we'll see what happens. It doesn't, looking at the rain radar, there doesn't look to be a hell of a lot on it at the moment. But anyway, I still do have 40 hectares of canola back here under the pivot that I wouldn't mind chucking a bit on. So if it's not raining in the morning when we get up, we might do that. And as I said earlier, that our dairy, what we call our dairy farm block, yeah, I don't know what I'll do with it, whether we just, yeah, we can't, it's a bit tricky chucking the urea on it and then wanting to put stock on it, so we might just leave it and try and get some stock on it at some stage. So anyway, yeah, so we'll see what tomorrow brings weather-wise and what we get up to, but we've got spraying to do later on the week, so we might get the boom organised and that sort of stuff. So, all right, thanks again. We'll see you in the next one. Ta-da.